Only Buddy the Elf's father making the naughty list. Santa has several other big names that weren't so good in 2023.
No, then that scene, by the way, never gets old. I love that one. But let's turn to our wall and see the top 5, starting with this one. The president, Joe Biden. Now, he's got the worst approval of any modern-day president, 39%. That's the worst in 40 years, Will.
That makes the American public's naughty list, but, you know, continuing to fail at your job while blaming others and then pandering to constituencies to divide the American public against one another. I think I feel fairly confident saying, I'll bet Griff, he's over there on Santa's naughty list as well.
Look at that, naughty. And you know what he's doing to treat himself for being on the naughty list? Going to St. Croix for the new year. Oh. Caribbean reward. Go
nice
figure.
Beach vacation. I don't know if he'll be on Marine One, Air Force One, but he usually is by the side of the president. And I think it's a no-brainer. Hunter Biden ought to be on the naughty list. Now, I mean, we could talk about tax evasion charges, illegal gun possession charges, crack, hookers, cocaine, illegal foreign business dealings. I don't know which one in particular might have got him on a naughty list,
you know,
but it could be the totality.
He had the substance abuses, which he detailed in his memoir, although oddly, when he said he got sober, he did still forget to pay his taxes, facing those 9 counts of criminal charges, and what the special counsel says was a 4-year scheme to not pay $1.4 million worth of taxes between 2016 and 2019. That lands you on the naughty list.
Let's be honest, if Hunter Biden isn't on the naughty list, there's no point in a naughty list. How about Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey? If you open that jacket pocket, you might find a gold bar from Egypt.
And if you go into the home that the FBI raided in his bribery scheme that they were pursuing, you'd find 4 gold bars that were recovered in 2013 from a robbery linked to his case. That's just the start of it. By the way, his wife, Nadine, also involved.
Right.
And so she helped land him on the naughty list.
You know, Griff, it is pretty stunning, and we don't talk enough. There's a lot of talk about Biden. There's a talk about Trump's criminal indictments. I mean, this is a stunning case that talks about foreign influence peddling here in the United States, criminality, bribery. The senator not from New Jersey, but the senator from Egypt.
Yeah, there's a lot more probably coming on that case as well. Now, on our list, there is one from where I am in D.C., George Santos. And George Santos, by the way, may be getting kicked out of Congress for a litany of things, none of which include wearing Ferragamo loafers that were paid for. He did get kicked out by Congress. We haven't had that in quite some time in Washington, but his career seems to be flourishing. He's making cameos for like $500 that you can get to send to friends on Instagram.
Well, look, most of George Santos's sins that would have landed him on the naughty list have to do with lying. And I mean, he's been everything from a Division I volleyball player to, I don't know what else exists on his resume. But I will say this about George Santos, and this group isn't finding themselves on this particular 5-person naughty list. He didn't have sex in the Senate hearing chambers. He didn't have sex in the judiciary hearing chambers. And he did have a few things to say about that inappropriateness, which, is there anyone among us who would say that doesn't land you on the naughty list?
He's out there today railing on his social media about the migrants flying through the airports. And he says his favorite airline, Delta Airlines, which he loves, he hopes they won't be doing it. So maybe there's a post-congressional career life for George Santos.
I think so.
I think so for sure. Although for this year, it looks like he's on the naughty list, a lump of coal for him.
I don't know if there's going to be a post-career resurgence for these 3 individuals, although one of them, or actually 2 of them, are still in the height of their career. You have Liz McGill from Penn, fired or demoted, no longer the president
she resigned,
of Penn.
Liz McGill.
That's right.
She saw the writing on the wall and said, I got to step down because I handled a congressional hearing wrong, and the 3 of them could not bring themselves to condemn what's happening, the pro-Palestinian rallies, and putting students in danger.
Or find a consistent message on free speech. This lady, who no one can remember her name from MIT, except Griff knows.
Sally Kloon Bluth.
She's totally escaped attention. and, of course, Claudine Gay from Harvard, who's now, I guess, kind of enmeshed in her own plagiarism scandal. I say enmeshed, kind of, because a lot of protection for her out there, including former President Barack Obama. But look, plagiarism, inability to condemn anti-Semitism, inconsistency on free speech.
They wore Santa hats, but it didn't work for them. They're getting lumps of coal. They are on the naughty list. We will see, by the way, if more pressure is brought to bear on Claudine Gay. She's not, I don't think, out of the clearing yet on the pressure.
That's your first wall walk?
That's the first wall walk. I really liked it.
Merry Christmas. You did a good job. All right, stay tuned for our Fox and Friends Nice List coming at 9 a.m.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.